The world is changing fast. Alliances are shifting, conflicts are deepening, and diplomacy is being tested like never before. On this day, October 8, 2025, we take you through the most important global developments and why they matter to India. In the Middle East, the situation in Gaza has worsened. Israeli forces have intensified their bombardment of Gaza City, causing widespread destruction and displacement. Just days earlier, on September 29, Donald Trump stood beside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to announce a 20-point peace plan. While the proposal promises humanitarian aid and reconstruction, many experts remain skeptical. The United Nations has warned of famine-like conditions due to the blockade and continued bombings. Is this a genuine step toward peace, or just another political performance? Meanwhile, in Eastern Europe, Russia claims to have captured more than 5,000 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory this year. Ukraine accuses Moscow of targeting gas infrastructure and using oil tankers for sabotage. As the war drags into its third year, global attention seems to be fading, but the consequences, especially for Europe's energy security, are growing. Is the world becoming numb to this conflict? In East Asia, a powerful new axis is emerging. Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin are set to meet at a military parade in China. This gathering signals the formation of a new geopolitical bloc, one that could challenge Western influence across the region. Is this the beginning of a new Cold War? Iran is once again under pressure. European nations have triggered the United Nations snapback sanctions mechanism in response to Iran's nuclear activities. These sanctions could further isolate Iran economically and diplomatically. But will they stop Iran's ambitions or push it closer to China and Russia? In Japan, history has been made. Sanae Takaichi has been elected as the country's first female prime minister. Known for her strong conservative views, her leadership marks a significant shift in Japanese politics. Will she bring reform or reinforce traditional power structures? Now, let's turn to India, where the headlines are just as critical. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have signed a mutual defense pact. The agreement includes a NATO-style clause. An attack on one is considered an attack on both. This has raised serious concerns in New Delhi. Yet, India continues diplomatic engagement with Saudi Arabia, focusing on trade and energy. Is this a smart balancing act or a dangerous gamble? At the same time, the China-Pakistan axis is growing stronger. Experts warn that this strategic partnership could pose a serious threat to India's internal and external security. With joint military exercises and shared intelligence, the combination is becoming increasingly potent. Is India prepared for a two-front challenge? Trade tensions with the United States are also rising. Washington has imposed new tariffs on Indian exports and revoked exemptions for India's Chabahar port project in Iran. Analysts call this a strategic mistake, urging India to pivot towards stronger ties with Asia and Africa. Is the US pushing India away? Despite these challenges, India continues to walk a fine diplomatic line. It is actively engaged in BRICS, Quad, SCO, and G20. A summit with African nations is being planned to boost South-South cooperation. Border de-escalation talks with China are ongoing, but India refuses formal engagement with Pakistan due to terrorism concerns. Is this the right strategy for a rising power? At the Davos summit this year, Gautam Kumra of McKinsey stated that India is in a stronger geopolitical position than ever before. He credited India's flexible diplomacy and non-alignment policy. In a world of shifting alliances, India's ability to talk to everyone but trust no one may be its greatest strength. So, what do these headlines really mean? That peace is fragile, that alliances shift, that India must stay alert. The world is changing fast. Are we ready?